So today I'm going to show you how to play wonderful piece of music, Preambule by Louis Vierne from 24 pieces in freestyle, book 1. This is a wonderful piece of music and it could be played both on the harmonium or the reed organ, and it could be easily played on the pipe organ as well with pedals. I'm going to use Begard sample set by Piotr Grabowski, and we'll need foundations on the pedals and also on the great and RC foundations 8. So Monter, flute harmonique, bourdon, and flute cheminée, viola, da gambe, without voix celeste, and obviously all the couplers. We will need as well. Let's check the so I'm not going to teach you all the steps, of course, you can do that yourself, but I'm going to show you what is the most important thing here. And let me see the light here. Oh, maybe this is better. The most important thing is obviously two elements in this piece, legato, but also breathing between the phrases. So let me play the first line and you will see what I mean. Okay, composer writes a 8-note rest after 2 measures in the right hand part, and then after that you can breathe, right? What to do if there is no such a rest, right? Only a long note, and then the legato sign picks up, for example, after the second line, right? I suggest you lift earlier this long note, and you will be able to breathe better with the right hand and the left hand part as well. So taking for example from the beginning, and then I'll show you what I mean by breathing. You see, I actually took a breath. The first voice, second line, goes like this. And then now breathe. And how much you should breathe depends on the most common fastest value, smallest value, rhythmical value in this piece. Obviously, the most common rhythmical value in this piece is an 8th note. So I suggest in places like this where you have to breathe, you make an 8th note rest. That's very important. Taking again from the second line. Okay, that's point number 2. I think it's important to breathe. Whenever you see the ending of the phrase with legato sign, and then the new phrase starts, you take one note of half note or eighth note rest. That's very important. Sometimes composer writes that himself after, let's say, after the first line, or in the second page. In the second page, also in the first 2 lines, the first 2 measures, there is actually a rest and then a line, right? And then a rest, right? So then you naturally breathe because it's written a rest, right? When if it's not written a rest, for example, second page, third measure, right hand. Breathe. 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 And so on, right? Okay, that's very important part to remember. Element number 1. Number 2 is legato. Sometimes you have to play more legato. Sometimes you have to breathe. So we talked about breathing. Sometimes now you have to do the opposite and play even more legato. And that is on the récit, on the second manual. In my case, if you play on the 3 manual organ, maybe the third top manual would be your récit, your swell. Okay, so I will be playing now the 4th line, second measure with the pickup, and there is very important octave G and F, G, G, F, F in the right hand. Check if you play this legato. Obviously, you cannot play G, G, F, F legato because you cannot reach, comfortably with your all 4 fingers, 1-4 or 2-5-1-4, an octave. No, most people cannot. And especially for people with smaller hands, it's impossible. But you could keep legato, the most important voice, which is the top voice, and pretend to be playing legato with your thumb, like this, with this. Okay, let's see, where did the sound go? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm in the 3rd manual now. Maybe I will show you the keyboard view from above. Like this. G to F go legato from the top, but the thumb goes downward with the glissando, and there is this middle voice, C flat, also keep it. So playing from the beginning of this phrase. That's better. Always keep the top voice 5 and 4 legato, but play thumb glissando on the lower note of the octave. That's important. So one more time. Okay, other than that, this place is pretty easy, and there is, of course, the second time it happens on the second page, middle of the second page, third line, fourth measure with a pickup to measure 4. Don't forget to use the swell box to the most of its limit. When it's piano, you have to close it all the way down and then open it up and close it again, depending on your organ. Like this. Talking about the right hand again. Five, 4 legato and some glissando. Almost glissando, if you can. On the black key it's easier. Right? Next. Make sure it's the top two notes, C sharp and B, are very, very well connected legato. Other than that, it's a pretty straightforward piece, slow, moderate tempo, and keep that in mind. Legato and breathing, those 2 points. Okay? Thanks so much. I'll see you again in the next training.